bringing it up. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Doncic comes in for Halliburton. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Now here's James following the shot by Drew Holiday. And it's good for two. LeBron's got 12 in the game.
You know, LeBron's a very efficient shooter from mid-range, in my opinion. I like when he takes advantage of that area of the floor.
Yo, who got LeBron?
Kicks it to Embiid. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
It's almost unbelievable how fluid Embiid is at his size. And his aggressiveness to boot, I mean, that really forces defenses to compromise a bit when they defend him.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Giannis comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Morant in for Mitchell. Now the West with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by LeBron.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
And another miss by the East. And so James will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter, and he comes up with the deuce. 14 points for him.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
A wise move to call time out there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Sabonis, he's checked in for Markkanen, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Drew Holiday.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And here's Morant after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Then for the West All-Stars, Julius Randle's checked in for Jokic. Paul George comes in for Joel Embiid. And it's Edwards in for Irving. The drive by LeBron.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Lillard, the pass to Antetokounmpo. To halt the run. Doesn't go for it. Randle with some nice D. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. James fires from way outside. Second shot opportunity. George passes to James. Edwards looking it over. And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
James. Oh, that was terrific.
My goodness. When you play with Luka now, Doncic, he's ready to find you if you're open, so you've got to be ready to receive.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
A perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
Doncic with the bucket. Doncic. Doncic has got 10 points.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Edwards. And George kicks to Randall. Here's James out to Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 3 assists in the game.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
And through the first half.
Your East All-Stars, 30 West.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And that'll do it for...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
On the court for the West All-Stars, they've got Nikola Jokic. Doncic out there with Irving. Then there's Embiid, and it's LeBron in at the 3. Just 3 to shoot. And here's Doncic from the arc. 6 for 6. He's hit. The miss from the field.
Par for the course for Luka Doncic. Just one of those games where he's got it on cruise control.
Doncic with the steal. Here's Irving. Again, the West All-Stars.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Morant. With his first shot attempt, and it's Irving with the rebound. LeBron against Tatum. Here's James, and James throws it down.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Here's Tatum. Here's Morant. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Mitchell against Irving. Over Mitchell. Again, the West All-Stars.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the East. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Over Jokic. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
To the inside. Markkanen can't get it to go. Here's Jokic. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Doncic passes to James. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Word has it that LeBron spends over $1 million keeping his body in shape.
LeBron James.
I think that's a big reason why he's been able to enjoy such a long career. Making that kind of investment into the tool of his trade.
Free throw drops for James. A big group substitution here for the East. Adebayo is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pascal Siakam comes in for Markkanen. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Tatum. And it's Holiday in for John Morant. Jackson, he's checked in for the West. Jaylen Brown comes in for Luka Doncic. Holiday, the pass to DeRozan. On the wing, Holiday, covered by Irving. Holiday against Irving. Here's Siakam. And the rejection by Jackson. And Adebayo. Throws it down. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. They've outscored them 16 points to 2. Not slowing down. And yes, it's good.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Adebayo. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. From 10 feet out, the shot by Adebayo, no good.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
The shot's good from Irving.
How many different ways can Kyrie Irving beat his man? I mean, his array of moves is endless.
Holiday, the pass to DeRozan. Back to Holiday. Plenty of space. Good as the jump shot falls. LeBron with it. 22 points for him. And the pass to Jackson. And that one drops for him.
It really doesn't matter what position LeBron is playing. The point, the 4 or the 5, James changes games with his passing ability.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth. And the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. Lillard's checked in for the East. Edwards, he's checked in for the West. So it's the West now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
Edwards is so physically developed already. Just brushes off the contact there. Really strong drive by Edwards.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Irving. Brown outside. Beyond the arc. And the West hit again from deep. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And, you know, they've been stupendous challenging shots and protecting the rim. Their block numbers really reinforce what we've seen from them in terms of rim protection.
Now here's Edwards, following the miss by Bam Adebayo. Takes a 3, and Brown is good for 3. Brown's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the West All-Stars. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Knocks it loose. Back to Lillard. Will it go? And they recover it.